So, first, we are going to discuss a very important problem that everyone face in their lives. Um, the first, the first is knowledge, and the second is time. So, we have access to a wealth of information around us. However, it does not always provide the necessary knowledge. Trading requires a set of skills to succeed, and you will need guidance to find them. So, my mission is to make sure that at least you know that a destination can be found. There's no need to worry, you have got it covered. I'll take care of this knowledge part. At least you'll, I'll help you to guide in the correct path of success. Okay. Now, the next very important factor that we need to understand is time. So, in the end, we are at the mercy of time. Everyone knows that. We all have responsible jobs in our daily lives. We, as in you, right? The market is only open during the busiest times of the day. That is very unfortunate for us as of now. The solution to this problem is to apply your knowledge in such a way that allows you to take early morning trades and exit them as quickly as possible. So, using knowledge correctly and applying it correctly will give you what you need or what you want. So, if you have understood the concepts that we discussed, and also you have introspect a bit on these two problems, that is time and knowledge, we have a solution over here, and the solution can come in different ways. So right now we'll be focusing on the right knowledge, getting the right knowledge, and also are going to target on the time factor. It means the early morning trading hours are very fast. If you are accessible and fast enough and have good knowledge, even 25 to 30 minutes of time a day can um, give you big profits. So, but the problem is you cannot go through each and every stock in those 25 minutes. So that's why we'll be focusing on knowledge and also the custom scanners that we have built around our logics so that you can find the trades as soon as possible in those first 15 minutes of the day. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. uh, Now, so the first strategy, logic one. The first condition that we are going to look into is, was there any build up and punch after 1:30 p.m. on the previous day? And that we are going to look into in 5 minutes time frame for analysis and also for buying and selling. The time frame we're going to choose is 5 minutes, and the first condition is, was there any build up and punch after 1:30 p.m. on the previous day? If it is true, we'll check the second condition. Is the first candle close above the previous day high? If the first candle closes above the previous day high, we are going to accept the second condition as well, which is true. Now we are going for a third condition. Is the first candle a green candle? If yes, for the aggressive traders who wants to trade, who wants to take positions, they can go ahead and take the trade on the buy side. For defensive traders who wants more confirmation, they can wait for any long build up during the day, only if it is above the previous day high, obviously. But again, they have to wait for this particular condition to be met. So it depends on them. I give you the flexibility on how we want to trade. Okay. Now if you move on to the charts and check over here, I've just marked one of the uh, trade over here. So if you can see over here, this was the last day. Okay, this was the last day, and the last day closed over here. Okay, great. And we can see the previous day high was here. Now, what was the first condition? There has to be a build up the previous day after 1:30 p.m. So there is a build up. There was a breakout, a punch over here, right? The first condition has been met. But what about the second condition? That the first candle has to close above previous day high. Is it true in this case? No, right? The first candle is this candle. If you look at this closely, this is the first candle, 9:15. It could not close above the previous high. So this is not a trade. I'll show you one negative scenario and a positive scenario. Just move on to a random stock over here. So if you can see over here, this might be a good trade over here. Okay, crossed, no problem. Next day, nice. Okay, there's no trade. As I mentioned earlier, only on the trending days you are going to get good trades. It may work, it might not. Your stop loss has to be always below the first green candle of the day. No trades. No trades. Let's move on to your favorite Adani. Anyways, you don't trade on this particular stocks as of now. But let's move on to Asian Paints. Okay. Look at this. The first candle was right there, above the previous day high, maybe. Yes, I don't think so. No. Okay. This is not a trade. Perfect. No problem. But let's find one trade in Asian Paints. Okay. There is no energy and punch over here, so there is no trade. See, this is the problem when you search for, when you're trying to search for this kind of logics. So if I tell you knowledge is excellent, this is very good logic. If I explain you the logic in detail, what you're trying to do is the previous day, if after 1:30 p.m. when most of the investors try to buy, do value investment, and we can see that there is an energy and punch, some build-ups happening, it means they want to move the price higher, at least for the next day. Now the next day we are going to confirm if the price is going to open up above the previous day high. It means the intent is strong, and we can find, or we may find a probable up move in the market. So that is the logic behind this particular strategy that we have defined. It works very well, but the problem is that we have seen over here the reason I, for the last 15 minutes, I went through all the stocks, most of them, and I couldn't find any. And imagine if you are going to do the same, you're not going to find any trades in the morning time. So that's why we get frustrated and we take trades based on what we see rather than finding any opportunities. So in next section, we're going to look at the scanner, how it looks like for this particular strategy, so that we can find the stocks very quickly. Okay, thank you.